Let's look at the forecast with Noor Rafat.
Hey, thanks very much, Catherine. Well, we've been seeing the cloud cover build as we headed through the afternoon, and I'm glad it's not stopping these people from having fun out and about on the water. We're also seeing some haze in the skies. If you haven't noticed, there's some smoke there, all right. It is summer, aka wildfire season, and we could continue to see that smoke into your Monday as well. 26 degrees just now outside the Toronto airport. There is moisture in the air, though, as you can see with our Humidex, St. Catharines into London and Windsor. 34 cooler as you head to the north. That humidity has helped spark up some of these cells right here. Thunderstorms passing through the GTHA and parts of southwestern Ontario, also towards the greater Napanee area. And that has caused some of the winds to pick up ever so slightly towards the Hamilton region earlier today, around 20 wind gusts, and towards St. Catherine as well, although for the most part things will remain on the comfortable side in the next few hours. We're still expecting, though, some of these thunderstorms to continue to roll through the GTHA towards Hamilton specifically, into the Milton area in Oakville, also towards the Windsor area in the next few hours. And then the risk dies down as the sun sets. We head into the overnight calm conditions, and your Monday we'll start to see the cloud cover build before some rain that we were anticipating to hit the GTA probably into the evening hours. That may not happen. For now, it does look like it's headed towards Kingston late in the evening / the overnight heading into Tuesday. 17 overnight tonight in Toronto. Bit of a wind from the north, and by tomorrow 25 degrees for your high. Mainly cloudy conditions for much of the day. Kat?
Thanks, Noor. Summer is in full swing. Time now to get a look at our long-range weather forecast, and Noor Rafat joins us to give us all the details we need heading into another week. So I'm keeping my eyes glued to the mercury as it rises and falls. What can you tell us?
Yeah, I think a lot of people will be doing just that, Kat, not just you. And that's because we're seeing a seesaw effect unfold across the country. On one side, you've got relief from that heat and humidity in the next few days. On the other side, we're starting to see things really get cranked up, and that's not really a good sign for many. More cooler temperatures starting to pop up in parts of Ontario, Quebec, sliding ever so slowly into the Maritimes. I'm talking about this region of green right here. This is what we call a trough, when you have cold air, usually around the North Pole, starting to slide down to the south, cooling down other places with it. Temperatures nearing the single digits for areas like Bonard, Quebec. A different story unfolding right around here. This is what we mean when we say Mother Nature turning up the dial, because as the heat continues through till this upcoming week, temperatures will go over 33, even 35 degrees Celsius, and that will make things worse when it comes to the wildfires over there. Potential for active weather as well in the next few days. Not looking at active weather in Toronto. Your high 26 degrees, mostly cloudy, and there is a chance of showers later on in the evening, although for the most part we could see that system pass us by without even making its way into the GTA. For now, we're watching the track of this low pressure system. We could see some thunderstorms around the London, Ontario area early in the evening, also through till the east into Cornwall and through to Kingston overnight and heading into Tuesday. That's when we're going to start to see more of this activity bubble up. Just when you think it's over, here are those thunderstorms once again Tuesday evening through cottage country, over up in the north, although for the most part the GTA could get away with just showers, and then things really start to ramp up come Wednesday when we start to see more significant thunderstorms roll through much of southern and even northern Ontario. 9 degrees in Timmins tonight, warmer as you head towards Windsor, cooler into Ottawa. By tomorrow, still a lot of us into seasonal temperatures. Windsor and London below seasonal in Toronto, although I do expect it will be around 26 degrees as I mentioned. 27 in Newmarket, Muskoka 27, our friends in Peterborough and Belleville 28 degrees. Your next 7 days, we do expect those thunderstorms to bring around 5 to 10 millimeters of rain. If you're in around the Barrie area, probably upwards of that amount. Cottage country in the east, a little bit less than that. 26 for Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Things starting to heat up and the sun making a return.
First look at the forecast with Nora Rafat.
Hey, thanks very much, Catherine. Well, we always save our best shot for our best viewers, and what an incredible way to end the evening. Gorgeous skyline in Toronto, and a warm evening, that is. 24 degrees outside the Toronto airport, but guess what? We have a nice breeze from the north to keep you company. For the most part, a lot of the humidity in the air has come down as the sun set. Still quite muggy in the GTA, but especially as you head towards Windsor, upwards of 30 degrees when you factor in that humidex, and a lot of that moisture in the air helped fuel some of those pop-up thunderstorms we saw here and there. Hamilton, the Shelburne region, even towards Haldimand County. The good news is they weren't turning severe, and we weren't expecting them to turn severe. And in the next few hours, we're not expecting much of anything. The last bit of the rain hanging around the east, that will roll out past midnight. And then all what we're going to see is increasing cloud cover heading into your Monday. Still dry, though, up until we get into the evening. Bracing for a potential chance of showers in the GTA, but for the most part it does look like we could see thunderstorms around southwestern Ontario, but especially around the Kingston and Cornwall area later on in the evening and the overnight. So, you guys have some AC in your house? Turn it on. 17 degrees overnight tonight in Toronto. Bit of a wind from the north, and by tomorrow temperatures at 26 degrees, seeing a lot less of the sunshine for your Monday. Kat?
Thanks, Noor. Summer is in full swing with... Time now for a look at our long-range weather forecast, and weather specialist Nora Rafat joins me tonight. And Nora, so many of us are keeping our eyes glued on the mercury, watching it rise and fall this summer. What can we expect heading into this week?
Yeah, well, the answer depends on where you're situated, Catherine. We're starting to see a seesaw effect unfold across the country. On one side, you have relief from that high heat and humidity. On the other side, we're seeing that mercury rise and parts of Canada baking under some sizzling conditions. Mid to high 20s, feeling closer to 33, at least that's what it was like in Windsor, Ontario, and Toronto, closer to 31 with the humidex. We are starting to cool down in central and eastern Canada. Even into Atlantic Canada, we're seeing some more of this cool air slide to the south with this trough deepening. You guys have friends in the prairies? Make sure to check up on them. Things are not great over there. We've got climbing temperatures and high heat continuing into the next week, but also widespread concerns about wildfire smoke, and those two together can make things hard to breathe, can be detrimental for your health, especially for younger individuals, for elderly people. Of course, the risk of active weather remains, and the risk of more wildfires also continues. Not worried about that tomorrow in Toronto. 26 for your high, less and less of the sun, though. We're looking at mostly cloudy conditions for much of the day, but it will be dry up until the evening. We could be looking at showers for the GTHA, a potential for thunderstorms towards London, Ontario. For the most part, we could even see these low-pressure systems graze past the GTA and make their way into the east. Your Tuesday will be especially a wet day, starting in the east, but then unfolding into cottage country, and a risk of thunderstorms later onwards for the GTA as well. That will be wave 1. Wave 2 is headed your way come Wednesday. We'll start to see more of these storms come to fruition, especially into the late afternoon, and that will make way for some accumulating rain. Before all of that begins, on Wednesday, we're looking at potentially 22 millimeters in Sault Ste. Marie, close to 40 just to the north of that. Into the Toronto region by Wednesday, could be looking at 5 to 10 if you're around Barrie, potentially into 15 millimeters or so. And cottage country, probably looking at around 15, if not 10 millimeters as well by Wednesday when it comes to that rain. 28 in Peterborough, 27 Muskoka, also warm in Niagara Falls, feeling closer to the 30s. 28 for your Tuesday. Here are those thunderstorms by Wednesday. And then as we head into the weekend, more and more of that sunshine, warmer temperatures. Is it too early to be celebrating Carabana a week before? I don't think so. And Mother Nature says, go ahead.